Hello and welcome to another episode of Autophiles Archives. This is an old episode. We shot it before the pandemic, and then the pandemic happened and I thought people weren't going to buy cars anymore, so I didn't do this review. And then they stopped bringing the CBU model, they stopped bringing the diesel model, so it's all locally assembled models right now and all petrol models. But I decided, you know what, for Autophiles Archives, they still sell the CX-30, so some of the thoughts are still relevant. And if you like what we said about the diesel model, maybe go on the used market and see if you can pick one up for cheap, because we kind of liked it a little bit. Just the pricing was a little bit off. So yeah, please enjoy this episode and stay tuned to the end. I think the outtakes, we had some nuggets of information there which I thought should have been in the review, but the review is getting a bit too long, so I put it in the end. Anyway, enjoy. Thanks for watching.
Autophiles, we're in a Mazda CX-30.
1.8 litre new engine.
Apalah day.
Oh, I didn't even know about this engine when the car launched. Someone was telling me, oh yeah, new CX-30, new diesel 1.8. I said, huh, no, all the diesels are 2.2.
2.2, yeah.
Then I went and checked poltan.org.
It was
a 1.8.
We've driven the 2.2 Mazda CX-5 diesel. It was a very heavy engine.
Very heavy, yeah. Even in the CX-5.
I have not liked many diesels in my life, to be honest. I have to say, the most impressive one would have been, the one I've driven would have been the 320D. But even that also I didn't like its characteristics.
The judder and all that.
Yeah, the judder. But coming in here, there are some odd quality to it, but I have something to say in performance.
It just doesn't feel as heavy. Maybe it's this new chassis, because compared to the CX-5, this is an all-new generation of Sky Active chassis. They take a lot of the lessons they learned from the old one, from the 2.2.
Yeah.
It was too heavy, it was a bit loud. This is, I think, noticeably quieter than the previous one.
It is.
The 3, when it first came out, it was based on a concept called the Kai. And it was a concept that,
A Kaya.
The Kaya.
From Thailand to China, it's a chicken.
Is it?
Yeah.
Kai. So chicken concept.
Yeah, so
I mean, it was a hatchback concept.
Okay.
At the time where hatchbacks don't do universally well.
Yeah.
Everybody knows crossover is where it's at for most markets.
Yeah.
When the concept came out, I think most people doubted Mazda would go through with it. They would modify it extensively to become the final product.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They produced it almost, 90.
But they also made a sedan version.
They also made a sedan. They have to.
Yeah.
But on top of that, they also made this. I think they realized they will probably not recover on sales.
But the question is, what is this?
I get to that. So, Abender ni, to answer that philosophical question, that your quandary, early on they realized we have to also have crossover model. I don't love crossovers. I don't really like the whole movement.
You don't see the point.
I don't see the point, but I see why Mazda did it. Because they promised, they promised the Kai, they delivered the Kai, but nobody wants to buy the Kai.
Yeah.
So, okay lah,
I'll give you what you want.
I give you what you will actually buy. Mazda has to make money.
Yeah.
So,
They can't really blame them for that.
Can't really blame them.
Yeah. CX-30 is a very interesting vehicle for me, because Mazda was one of the vehicles that I'm really considering buying. I've never been a Mazda fan. There's always been either a Toyota or a Honda. Sorry, Nissan. A Toyota or a Nissan, which is about to die. It's quite a big leap for me because I've never fell head over heels for Mazda, and I remember Mazda. Mazda Lantis 323, 626.
Yeah. Interesting looking cars, but they fade.
They fade from, I don't know why, people just forget about them. Mazda has played a safe route. Has always been that slightly forgettable pretty girl in the class. That you don't mind because she's quite pretty looking, but after graduation you go on with your life, you forget she existed. Until one day, 20 years down the road, she popped up in a conversation. Wait a second, I think that human being existed. Horrible people. Mazda is a big leap for me, and I want the CX-5, but the problem with the CX-5, of course, is value if you compare it to the X70. I find it very difficult to justify, especially when the CX-5 gets good, it gets expensive. And the cheaper ones is a little bit kosong. It's not that great. And you must really hate Proton to buy a CX-5 over it. So then one of the car that I was considering alternatively is CX-30. I considered it marginally, but the reality is it's too small for our purposes. For the first time, I'm willing to look at a CX-30 and go like, maybe can buy. Because you know why? The first thing is I sat in here and it looks so un-Japanese. Look at this. This is not Japanese.
Dude, I just want to show you something. Click the signal. Look at how it pulses.
Oh yeah.
No company in the world does that.
Yeah. This is Mazda.
And
Mazda is a hype beast.
It pulses. It pulses on the outside also.
Oh, is it?
Like, wow, damn.
Hype beast!
Hype beast.
Oh, look at the interior. This is completely not Japanese.
No.
But I think when it comes to value, we also have to comment a little bit because the price is also not very
ridiculous,
Japanese. So therein lies the problem. It doesn't feel Japanese at all. It feels very premium. In fact, it feels more classy than a lot of BMWs that I see.
Yeah,
Right?
especially base model.
Right. Especially like the 1s and the 2s and
And the X1s.
Well, the latest 3 has upped the game, but still, this is like better than the previous 3, you know? So, I mean, Mazda really showed that really intend to up the game. It's not so much in the CX-5, you know, but in this car, it's so obvious, in the 3 as well.
The 3 as well.
It's so obvious they upped the game. Completely upped the game. It's like Japanese premium. And you know what is in Japanese premium?
Lexus.
车. The Toyota 车. Toyota 车 and Mazda. You know, so they are trying to distinguish themselves from your average Japanese like a Subaru or a Nissan, or which feels cheap and cheerful, which is something that the Chinese will come in and slaughter very quickly. Nope, this is really premium. This is Japanese up one level.
Yeah.
So I really like it lah. I really like it lah. So that's my first impression. Okay, performance. It's a 1.8 diesel turbo mated to their in-house 6-speed automatic. I've said it already, you know, if you don't have the money to buy a BMW, but you want to feel how BMW makes a normal automatic into something as fast and as fun as twin clutch, this is it.
Yeah.
The feel, man, it doesn't kick you like a twin clutch, like a PDK or a DSG. No, man, it doesn't kick you like that. But it is as fast as that, man. It is so good. You know, I'm almost twice the speed limit.
Yeah.
I am almost twice the speed. I am now twice the speed limit.
And it's so planted.
Oh, so planted. Hey, dude, this thing is fast, man.
Yeah.
It's fast.
Fast.
It's not like a sports car fast, but it's a slow car fast kind of fast.
Yeah.
I said the same thing about Mazda 3.
Yeah.
How do you make a slow car this fast?
Yeah. Unlike the Mazda 3 petrol,
Yeah.
the 1.5 petrol, the engine is not screaming. You want to guess the horsepower? And
You know, the last time you asked me to guess the Mazda 3 horsepower, I guessed 140, and you told me it was 110. I'm like, what the
the
fuck?
same thing is going to happen.
Oh
The same thing is
no!
gonna happen.
Okay, 1.8 turbo can't give me 110 lah. What? Don't tell me they did.
What's your guess?
I guess 130.
114.
You know,
So ridiculously low. It doesn't feel like it at all.
okay, what's the top figure?
You guess again.
The one lah, 250.
Okay, that one is a bit more. 270.
270, okay.
So everything is in the top, man. And you feel it, no?
But it's not as torquey as most diesel.
Yeah.
It's more revvy than most diesel. You know, most diesel, you step on it, go, whoa, and then you get really discouraged. You don't have that feel here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the bad first. You still have to build the momentum, and then it needs to settle into a rhythm. Once it gets into the rhythm, the car will really move like a locomotive, which is a very diesel quality to it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't like that interruption. It doesn't maintain its momentum very well.
Yeah.
So that is the bad thing. The locomotive building up of the momentum is still there.
Yeah.
You know, especially in a B road, it can be a good thing if you're not faced with obstacles that forces you to slow down, because it takes some time to build up.
It's not nice in B roads. It's not nice in heavy traffic.
But on a highway, it will pound. It will pound into a rhythm that gets into that Zen mode and just go.
Just now when I was coming to pick you up, I was playing pedal shifter.
Yeah.
Wow, it's not bad, lah.
It's not bad.
When you put it in the rev range between 3 to 4, it really comes alive.
It's quite good.
But you don't even have to go into manual mode.
You don't have to,
Yeah.
But the good thing is, this is the most petrol-like engine I've ever driven in a diesel. The sound of it is so subtle. Even when you hear it, it's not ugly.
Yeah.
It's
like
not
a
an ugly sound.
It's like a throaty petrol car.
Petrol engine like, revvable, very good behavior, very linear behavior, and revvable. Wow.
You don't have to rev it to red line. In fact,
don't.
it doesn't like to be revved to beyond 5. Even touching 5 or so, it's like,
No, because 5.5 is, I think, is a rate.
but it doesn't like to go up there.
Yeah.
You know, you can push it all the way up, but there's no point.
Yeah.
You push it up to 4, 5.
4 plus, it's enough.
Then you shift up.
change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you shift up, that amount of torque is still there.
It's very good, actually very competent.
Yeah.
Now, of course, therein lies the problem. I'm just asking this question, you know, Porsche tuned a 3-litre turbo into 450 horses. Why can't we get more power out of this diesel? It's a 1.8. Don't tell me you can't give me even 130.
Maybe because Mazda does their diesels very, very differently from others. First of all, the diesels meet the emission standards.
Okay.
Second, they were saying their compression ratio, I think much lower than other diesels.
Okay.
Other manufacturers basically beef up the diesel engine to make it, able to withstand and last very long time.
Yeah.
Whereas Mazda kind of builds to a certain spec and then keep it there.
Okay.
So they lighten a lot of the losses from pulleys, from a lot of things. So that's why you get a very, very efficient engine.
Very light feeling. But only in this, because I don't get that from 2.2. The 2.2 feels
A bit too heavy.
it feels chunky, punchy.
And I have a feeling the previous chassis were just not made to handle that weight.
Yeah. This is good, man. But I have to say this thing. Before we go into it, gearbox, Mazda gearbox, top class.
Good shit.
Top class in Japan. It's not yet a ZF, but it's an 80% ZF.
It needs an extra 2 speeds, I feel.
Yeah. Not just that, it needs that snapness.
No, I mean, I can live with the lack of snappiness.
Yeah.
It's just that when I take the petrol engines, especially the 2 litre, 2.5, I feel like when I'm on the highway, 110, I'm still driving at 3,000.
Okay.
I feel like, hey,
you need more gear.
You need at least one more gear, maybe 2.
But as it is, this is 80% of BMW ZF. Top notch, man. I'm not going to complain about this gearbox, to be honest. It is tuned to a very high level of competency. It's amazing. But what I want to talk about is the tuning. This car feels, even though it's a CX-30, it is completely different from a Mazda 3. Yeah. Even though I'm pretty sure underneath the pinnings are very similar. Even the chassis, I presume, is probably roughly the same thing.
Yeah.
But it is very different. This Mazda 3 is so busy. It feels like an Alfa Romeo, doesn't it?
I think it's the petrol engine screaming away.
But the handling as well. I remember the handling was all over the place. This car is a little bit more matured.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more planted.
Actually, I come to think of it.
Yeah, that car was it is like, the analogy we talk, inside the car you go, wow.
Outside, nothing is happening. And then this is the opposite.
This is the opposite.
This is like inside the car, like nothing is happening.
Nothing is happening.
Outside, we're actually going double the speed.
160 kilometers an hour, right? And we're talking about the same car here, roughly the same car. One is this jacked up version of another, but completely different behavior. Wow, there's some competent tuning.
Yeah. I think maybe it's half the CX-30's fault. I think they jacked up the suspension and changed the way it was tuned. But I think also because it's a diesel, they tune the behavior a bit
to be more cruisable, more calm and composed.
Yeah.
Which is, again, I like. The only thing is that it stands out less. Because when you have a sporty car that is a normal car, you go like, whoa, what's the magic here? What's the secret sauce? Give me the secret sauce!
But I have 1 or 2 complaints.
Okay.
I feel you mentioned torsion beam before.
Oh yeah. Mazda 3, I did not feel the torsion beam.
You didn't feel it?
I didn't feel it. Yeah. No matter how I drove it here, I felt the torsion beam at high speed.
Okay. Yeah. But what I didn't like was when I was going through even slower roads, kampong roads, going over speed bumps.
Yeah.
Wow, it's bad, man.
Yeah.
You don't feel like, those roads where it's like speed bump, 200 meters speed bump. Like after a while, like why am I bothering speeding up? Because when I hit the speed bump, of course it can absorb most of the thing and all that, but it gets upset. You
the
get
beam, you feel the beam.
You feel the beam. The rear suspension does get a bit upset. Yeah. I think the beam is tuned quite well for mid speeds. This kind of speed up to maybe 110.
Okay.
It's tuned really, really well. Yeah. At very high speed and very low speed, over bumps, you will feel it.
You will feel it.
Yeah. So it is. Yeah, you can say they overcame the technical difficulty. Yeah. But
not 100%.
Not 100%. It is still a compromise.
Yeah, it's still a compromise. So therein lies the problem because there are a lot of cars that don't use torsion beams at the back, like Corolla. Corolla is beam.
No, it's double wishbone.
Oh, thank you. A Civic is not a beam at the back.
I mean, the Corolla was beautiful at every speed.
I know. It's so amazing.
So amazing.
Except being sporty.
Yeah. But anyway, it's not tuned to this level.
So there is some compromise, I suppose it's cost and whatnot.
I think packaging as well. Because Mazda like to keep their cars a bit rounded and small.
Yeah.
So when you have a torsion beam, you don't have a lot of intrusions into the boot.
Right.
I mean, as it is, the boot is not that big.
The car is smaller than its competitor, if it has one. I mean, if you're talking about a Mazda 3, then it is the smallest in its class.
Performance, honestly,
4 out of 5.
Yeah.
4 out of 5.
If let's say it was a little. If it was a double wishbone or
it would be
multi-link,
4.5.
it would be 4.5. It's so impressive.
No,
In fact, I'm tempted to give it very high score, but it's just
there is still something wanting. For example, this is the best diesel I've driven in a long time.
yeah.
However, it is still slightly lacking in power.
Yeah.
I'm just scratching my head as in why not 20 horses more? You get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not that hard to squeeze out of a turbo.
And we are actively ignoring the fact that it's vibrating. You know, that noise. You
Is
don't. You won't feel it.
Is it? It's vibrating?
I mean, when you after the speed bump,
Okay.
you just get up to speed again. You're feeling. You don't feel
a
that.
bit.
A bit, lah.
A bit.
You have to say, okay, it's a diesel, lah.
Yeah.
You know, so you are minusing points and then compensating for it in your head.
Yeah.
It is not
But very minor.
very minor. It's
minor.
very impressive for diesel.
Yeah.
But it's still it's like the Toshin beam, lah.
Yeah.
You still have to consider the
Physics
fact
cannot be
cannot be beat.
beaten.
Yeah. Which means if you just get the petrol version, you don't even have to pretend it's not there. The sound, you don't have to pretend it's not there.
Which is very interesting because if you get a petrol version, then they'll be asking the same question: why so low on the horsepower?
Yeah, actually.
It's like the 1.5 Mazda 3 we drove. It's like wow, the slowest car ever, but it feels like the fastest car in the world.
So I think design, we covered it mostly in the 3 because it's very similar looking. Interior also very similar.
Right.
Let's just say, pretty good job. The only complaint I have is the plastic cladding outside. The proportion is a bit off.
It does not feel very high off the ground, and I'm sure they jacked up by a couple of inches at least. But then there is this plastic thing
the cladding.
wrapping around the sides, and it looks a bit forced.
Yeah,
because the car is not really that tall, right?
Yeah.
I've seen this car parked beside the CX-5. It's way lower.
Yeah.
It looks a class lower. For me, I think the design works better as a Mazda 3 because it's very sleek.
Yeah.
Mazda 3 has a very good design element. There's something that you can't put your finger on.
Yeah, like a sort of Alfa Romeo
that-
quality to it.
yes, there is something intriguing about the Mazda 3, you know. Some real design element that makes it look sinister and evil and badass. It's just like a CLA, lah, you know. It's it's not that outstanding, but there's some quality to its design language that makes it stands out and pops. That magic is a little bit gone here.
Yeah.
With all these extra paddings and all this
The
plastic-
height.
Yeah.
all that, yeah.
So it's a bit disappointing in a sense. It's not an ugly, it's a very good looking car. It's just contextually speaking, it works better as a Mazda 3.
Yeah. Interior is where you see the biggest improvement for Mazda, lah. I mean, it's the same in the 3, I guess.
It's exactly the same, is it?
Almost exactly the same. I think there's nothing I can identify that is different.
Okay.
The digital instrument cluster is so well done that it looks like analog from some angles. The use of leather across the whole dashboard, two-tone leather.
Different level, lah.
Very different level.
I don't see Japanese coming close to this level, lah. None of them have. Yeah, not even Honda, which is famous for its interior perceived quality.
Yeah. So design for me is quite high as well.
4. 4 or 5. I mean, there are some parts that are not very well screwed, like this one. You know, not very well screwed together.
I mean, like, this is the problems we have in
holy
BMW.
shit! What the hell?
Yeah. The speakers are just
Oh no, this is literally floating there.
floating there. You know, they're not
screwed in.
They're screwed in on 2 panels,
Yeah.
and then the third panel where it's supposed to be joining is just floating.
Yeah.
And there's a huge, like, 1 centimeter gap.
Yeah. But Mazda has not been known for screwing things very tightly, lah, to be honest.
Yeah.
They've just screwed enough just to, you know, keep it there. That's always been their standard. Right? You know?
I mean, but it's something we have to know. So design for me is quite high as well.
4. 4 or 5. Yeah, it's a 4 out of 5.
It's very good, but you know, just be careful.
Yeah.
I mean, it's put together okay. As in from the factory, it's put together well.
Yeah.
It's just
It's just a little bit loose, lah. Everything.
It's
Yeah.
made to be loose.
You know, Mazda is a company that told me Japanese build quality is not that high. It was the CX-5 that told me, why is the door wobbly? Value.
You guessed the price just now.
I guessed the price already. Unfortunately, we're not playing guess the price right now. I guessed the price, but I have to say something. I know this car is CPU. I know Mazda has gone up half a notch in pricing because of Mazda 3. Started with the 3, isn't it? CX-5 was super competitive.
Yeah.
150, 140 plus, 150,000.
Yeah.
It was super competitive. It was the 3 that went haywire.
Yeah, it's when they announced that they are becoming a more premium brand.
Oh, macam lah.
Macam.
Which is a bit of a complaint throughout the world, isn't it?
Yeah, in the US.
In Australia, I heard a lot of chatter in Australia about how people are not happy about it. But I think Mazda expected it.
Yeah.
So in a way, I would expect this is beyond standard Japanese stuff. I cannot expect 110,000-20,000 ringgit here. This is not reasonable. This is not reasonable. You know, unless it's CKD stripped down, nothing.
1.5 litre.
1.5. Hey, okay, 110 would be fine. You know, I expected a reasonable pricing to be around 130 to 40,000. That's what I expected. Unfortunately, this is not. This is 170 over 1,000.
Yeah, 173.
Oh my goodness.
This is the full spec diesel. The full spec petrol is 160 something.
Okay, now that's still not cheap for a car this size because the CX-5 is cheaper than that.
Yeah.
Starting price is
140
not too bad.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. It's 140 what?
140 plus 143, I think.
Okay. That's not too bad. But mind you, kosong. Completely kosong.
Very kosong.
Very bad.
Yeah.
So all the active safety is not there. Okay, what else?
Fabric seats.
Fabric seats. But if the fabric is done right, like a lot of Japanese car,
then it's okay.
It's okay lah.
Okay, yeah.
But you know it's not.
I would like to see what it is.
I actually said it.
You said it.
I did,
the basement.
I did. The dashboard is exactly the same.
Oh, then okay.
Dashboard is
What else do you need?
You just need
looking
a
at
dashboard.
the infotainment is the same. The instrument cluster is the same.
And the steering must be the same.
Steering is the same.
Yeah, that's good.
Maybe less controls because you don't have active safety.
I presume you don't have the pedal shifter.
Yeah, you don't have pedal shifters.
I could make a case for the two. How much is a 2 litre full spec petrol?
160.
160. I can make a case for it. It's not cheap, you know, but I can make a case for it. It should be 159 or 149 or 1 something.
130 for 150 can.
I can make a case for it. But this one, therein lies the problem. Why would I buy a 1.8 turbo diesel? Diesel, a lot of people who rack up miles, okay, fine, but those are not people who buy this car.
Yeah.
People who buy this car are chic and trendy, maybe even a hype beast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you don't want to be caught dead with a diesel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're spending that kind of money, wouldn't you rather get a 2.5 CX-5?
Exactly, 2.5 CX-5 turbo.
Yeah.
CX-5 actually is not as agile as this, you know?
Yeah. The chassis here is so much better.
Yeah.
Soundproofing.
Yeah.
Maybe not comfort because the rear suspension is a bit messed
Yeah,
up.
it's the torsion.
The torsion being naturally not that good.
Yeah.
But everything else is
good.
Yeah. So you have a reason to buy that. And
Yeah.
if you're not going to buy it, if let's say you're halfway through your CX-5 loan, you have a reason to buy the next CX-5.
Yeah.
Or at least wait until after the facelift. Because the next generation of Mazda products is going to be very impressive.
Oh, they are really upping the game to anticipate the challenge
Coming from the
Chinese
Korean
market. Yeah. Because I mean, seriously, if your product is really mediocre, you can't outperform the Chinese. Then you can't outprice the Chinese, you can't out mass market the Chinese, and you can't out package the Chinese.
Yeah.
So if your product is mediocre, then you are really stuck, man. And that's where Nissan find itself. Isn't it?
Nissan is like completely no game plan. At least Honda has some game plan, but struggling already.
Yeah. you can
Toyota
see.
is like, same story.
What you're seeing with Mazda is that they're really putting into place their plans to handle the upcoming storm or the tsunami of Chinese cars. Yeah. So I mean, value-wise, I have to say, I mean, not the greatest proposition. I struggle to. It is a great diesel unit. I don't know, driving it for an extended period of time. The more I drive it, the more I like it. It's very compliant and it's not at all diesel. Like, it's just so good.
Yeah.
You know, but the reality is why? You know, why would I want a diesel unless I rake up really high mileage?
Yeah.
But then I wouldn't be driving this car, right? You get what I mean? This car is aiming at the chic and young and city crawlers, urban hunters.
Yeah, urban hunters.
Urban Jäger.
Urban Jäger.
Urban Jäger.
Maybe if you have to have one car and you are a lawyer who goes back and forth between states a lot, maybe it might make sense. Like your friend lawyer also bought a diesel, the 3 Series, 320.
Yeah, but that's because the power. It's about power.
Yeah. Well, this has power.
Power. Relatively speaking.
Yeah, so value, you're right, it's not a great proposition.
It's not a great proposition.
But I don't think it's overpriced because it sits in between what the premium German brands are offering in terms of... What, you're really smacking your lips. No, not convinced at all. I'll tell you why, because I was just writing my Q3 review and I was like looking at the specs and this is not far off.
Okay.
In terms of feel, the way it makes you feel, the way it looks.
Yeah, it's a different feel. It's a completely different feel, but it's up there.
It's up there. It's like, you are not premium yet, but you're so close to premium. I cannot call you a mass market brand anymore.
You can't, because you know why? This is actually more premium than many premium brand entry level product.
Yes. A GLA from one generation ago.
Oh yeah.
You don't feel that kind of premium feel
Yeah.
that you feel in here.
Yeah.
So the pricing, it is very, very high, but it's not so high as to be absurd, and it's not so high as to be directly competing with German premium.
But with this kind of pricing, you know you can't deliver many units.
Yeah. You know you can't.
You know you can't. It's just not going to move. 170.
It's tough.
What?
But I suppose, in times of economic difficulty or uncertainty, I think fewer people would want to go into a premium brand, not knowing what the servicing cost is going to be.
Maybe drop back down to this, you mean?
Maybe drop back. Because with Mazda, your service is free for 5 years.
Okay.
Which is quite incredible.
Okay.
You only pay for wear and tear items.
To me, to be honest, it's just an intellectual inconsistency issue. It's like Mercedes-Benz C-Class being cheaper than the Mercedes-Benz B-Class. So there you go. That's the problem I face with this car. It's an intellectual problem. How can a CX-5 be cheaper than a CX-3 or a CX-30? That's the only problem I face. But other than that, I have to give it a 3.5.
Value. 3.5. There's a market out there. I think there's a lot of young professionals who may not, they may be coming from Civics, from Camrys, wanting to go to something more premium. They've heard all the horror stories about premium. Maybe they want to make that leap yet. This is a good in-between. See if you have a taste for the finer things in life. Say a lot. Not convinced.
Jaeger. Urban Jaeger.
Okay, Autophiles.
Autophiles setting out of CX-30.
And compared to the CKD models, I didn't notice this, but my boss noticed this. His model of the CX-8 had door trims that were loose.
You mean the CKDs are worse?
CKDs are worse.
It's the CBU CX-5 that taught me that Japanese build quality is not up there. And it's also the CBU Mitsubishi Lancer GT that taught me, shit man, made in Japan can be as shit as they come. So I am not very infatuated with made in Japan.
Not anymore. Last time maybe.
Last time maybe. Not anymore.
Scotty Kilmer still loves made in Japan.
Mazda. Stupid.
I mean, like the way the Speedo looks, the backdrop, the backlighting, enough to just tell that it's digital. It's digital, but it's just barely enough to tell that it's digital.
I mean, if you're not scrutinizing it, you wouldn't know, isn't it?
And then the fuel gauge next to it is a range gauge. In the right side there. So it tells you how many kilometers are left. Of course, you always have that in the digital form in the chip computer. But
it's incorporated.
They incorporated.
So good.
It's
420 it says.
Please.
So intuitive.
And then on the left, your real-time fuel consumption. Also as a gauge. It's just
the red colored dot is what the optimum.
It's the average.
That's the average.
So like when I first got in the car, I was like going through the chip computer, looking for this information.
You don't need to.
It's right there. It's right there. So wow, okay.
And it's incorporated into the icon.
Those are the two main things that you look at through the chip computer, and it's just there. It's done so well. It doesn't just feel like here's some information.
But then, which is a bit funny because now I have two fuel gauge. Fly up! Oh fuck my ass!
It's quite bad.
It's quite bad actually. But now you have two.
Now you have two. That's a bit of a reputation.
Why do I have two?
Why do you have two? And then it was very, very weird because the analog fuel gauge follows the float very vaguely. So I was full tank for 2 days, even though my range showed that I was going down.
It does not correspond.
It doesn't correspond.
Right now, this one is slightly below 1 bar. This one is slightly above 1 bar.
It's weird, right? Because the right one is following the float, I think. It's funny. I think the digital one is following your range. So if you start to drive better, it'll start to go back up.
Okay, that's weird.
It's weird.
Maybe Mazda, you should look
into that a bit. But I can't complain too much. Like I'd rather have this than just the figure saying range how much. That looks good. Anyway,
this soft plastic feels like leather, But it's not lah.
But it's not.
It's not.
And then a few other things like that floating instrument cluster. like a lot of car companies, it's just a screen floating purposelessly
Yeah.
in the center.
Yeah.
This one, it is nestled inside.
Yeah.
And you can see that this part should be cutting off your line of sight
Yeah.
from the whole thing. And yet it doesn't. No other car manufacturer I've seen is brave enough to pull off.
Right. Yeah, it's true. Excellent.
Excellent. And
So,
but you see, I want to do another video, but in case I don't do it, I'll point it out here. This interior versus your typical current gen or previous gen Mazda, what you see that is not present there, your aircon, your vents.
Yeah.
In the old gen, it's very conventional. You have one on your left, and then two in the center, and then one on the other side.
Yeah.
Whereas here, it's two fitted above the glove box
Yeah.
in a little slat thingy here,
Yeah.
and then two for the driver there.
Yeah.
And they're both on each side of the steering wheel.
Okay.
So that's slightly different from the older version.
Okay.
And then another thing is that infotainment, how it's sitting on top there.
Okay.
Third thing is the command system, or what they call Mazda Connect.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different layout.
Okay.
Bigger knob.
Yeah, this is
here.
the bigger knob now.
Bigger
Back
knob.
then it's very small, very
Yeah.
very Japanese.
Very Japanese. Yeah. This is more confident.
Yeah.
Big chunky
Yeah.
buttons.
Yeah.
Very intuitive. I still have to say. Yeah.
Very smooth as well.
I had a few passengers come in and just like start learning the thing immediately within like 3 minutes. They understand everything.
Very
Yeah.
good.
And one more thing was, oh yes, your stocks, your signal stocks, where the stock connects to the column. Here is a complete molding. You see, you feel behind everything, which is how it's supposed to be.
Wait, is it?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah,
No.
it's two pieces and then joined.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean.
Whereas
Yeah.
in the previous one, the back piece is not there,
Oh.
so you can feel the mold lines. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So on the previous one, when people were saying, "Oh, Mazda is becoming premium," I'm like, "No,
Not yet.
not yet. This
yet.
is where like
This
okay,
is-
they are
okay.
understanding where they
It's
messed
becoming
up.
lah. It's becoming real.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, like the door handles, there's
Oh,
more
this is
of a-
premium, man.
Yeah,
Look at this
premium.
one piece chrome.
It joins with the chrome
Yeah,
trim, and the chrome trim joins with the leather trim, and the leather trim
joins with the dashboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many elements. Man.
Yeah.
A lot of Japanese car makers can
Cannot lah, they
learn
cannot.
lessons from here.
It is as if one guy designed a dashboard and one guy designed a sideboard.
Yeah.
One guy
This is-
designed something else.
This is vision and execution
done
together.
right. Yeah. Oh, look at this, man. Well, actually, I have to say, this one started with the XJL 10 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
But
Started with XJL.
at least now you don't have to pay like 800, 900,000.
and then have it melt
melt
on the
straight
road.
away. This is just above mass market. This kind of
Yeah.
stuff. It's not to say cheap lah. It's not mass market price, but it's reasonable.
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 What else? I mean, like coming back to the exterior. I think the front with the lights
Yeah.
in the center, the white
Yeah.
LED daytime
Yeah.
running lights, that looks so menacing.
Mm.
A lot of
Nice.
little things. I
Yeah.
think the only thing that for me is missing is black headliner, but it's
Okay.
not necessary because it makes the interior look too small.
Even smaller.
Yeah.
Because this is not very big. It's just enough for both of us up front.
Yeah.
The back is actually quite small. So with a black headliner, it might actually
It might be too small.
It might be actually quite claustrophobic.
Another thing, a complaint I would say, no Qi charging. I think Qi charging, wireless Qi charging should be present at this price.
Okay.
Because
What is that?
Toyota Corolla has it. You can just place your phone and start charging.
Okay. Okay.
Center console.
Yeah.
It's that's fine. This
Yeah.
is fine. Like I don't expect
Yeah.
anything better.
Yeah.
But the fact that it goes all the way back like that. I was transporting something the other day.
And it hit something.
No. I was transporting a big
Yeah.
thing, so I folded the seats down.
Yeah.
I pushed my chair in front a bit, so not a very natural position for me. But the thing was, resting on here.
Oh.
And when it was resting, the latch was not strong enough. It actually opened up. So the
By
latch,
itself, ah?
the latch, opened up like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I was like,
Okay.
oh shit, did I break it? Then later when I took it out, I put it back. It's still
Okay.
working.
Oh,
It's just
It's just weaker. It's
just
not
weaker.
not built to a high standard. But hey, I'm putting a bit of strength here and it's still not coming out.
I think this thing was a bit like this, and then
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, halfway through, is it?
Halfway
Oh.
through, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a slight weakness to the way that, but maybe it's just give lah, because they don't want the thing to break.
Okay.
They don't want the
Well,
latch
it
to
could
break.
be. It could be. But Mazda has not been known for screwing things very tightly, to be honest.
Yeah.
They've just screwed enough just to keep it there. That's always been their standard. Right? You know?
I mean, but it's something we have to know.
Yeah. It's like BMW, you know?
Yeah, it's like BMW level of build quality.
Yeah.
Enough to last your warranty period.
But after that, good luck, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. But generally, I'm quite impressed with the interior. I mean, you can say that Toyota will say, I won't do this because, why regrets. But the reality is at least they're trying. I feel, and it doesn't suck.
It doesn't suck.
It doesn't suck, but at least not yet.
I mean, look at that. How it's so scratched up in this piano black.
Yeah. Oh well, one man's meat lah. I suppose it's not too bad lah.
It's a nice thing lah.
Yeah.
You have to understand, if you have a nice thing in your house, you better take care of it.
You gotta take care of it.
If you have kids and all that, it can be a bit of an issue.
Yeah, it's not like Mercedes built in the 80s where you can literally trash it and the thing will survive.
My dad had a Mercedes when I was a kid. I bit through the leather seats.
Oh shit!
I'm the exception to the norm.
You bit through it.
I used to sit over here and bite it.
Oh my goodness.